Yeah, what a night tonight. I thought our crowd was spectacular and really puts volleyball on the front page in terms of the energy and the enthusiasm and people that come and just get behind our girls and empowers them to play like we did tonight. I thought we were good from the very start against a really good Georgia team. And congratulations to Tom Black and their program. They do it the right way. They do it fair, and they keep getting better and better. So we foresee them playing them obviously a lot in the SEC coming up. But I'd like to make sure we thank the NCAA, all the reps that were here, everybody that helped out with this first and second round. First class, I think all the teams got to feel that, and it was really nice. But overall, I thought our passes and our serving were really good tonight. I think they were at elite level. Our side-out percentage was really high. But the thing that's really impressed me is our defense. We've been putting a ton of focus on it, and we were able to go on some serious runs tonight. And that's a compliment to our team and our scheming from Eric's defense and what we're doing. So we had a nice night. Sage was super offensive tonight, which was fun to see, and set a great game. And I think we were firing on all cylinders and a lot to handle.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go ahead and open it up to questions for Logan and Sage. Go ahead, Danny.
Legacy, I think we came into this program to do great things, and so it's really cool to continue on that tradition and to get there again. It's definitely always a challenge, but it's really exciting to make it to the Sweet 16 again.
Yeah, it's definitely not something easy to do. I mean, this program is so special, and we all work super hard to be able to be in this position. So to get here for another year in a row is super awesome. It's nice to celebrate it, but we also know we have to get back to work. But I think for tonight, we can know that our efforts went towards something good, and we accomplished what we came out to do tonight. So super happy with that.
Kirk?
Definitely. No, Georgia's a great team. We knew that coming in. Super talented team. So we definitely had to work hard to do what we did tonight. So, yes, we definitely broke a sweat. I'm still sweating right now.
This Georgia team, like Logan said, was really, really good. They challenged us in a lot of ways. We had to think differently with our offense. We had to kind of read another block that we're not used to seeing and work around that. So I think being able to experience different blocking schemes and different hitters every time we step on the court, especially in this tournament, is a nice way to prepare for the next team that we're going to see, especially since we don't see these teams in our conference. So every team is an opportunity to get better for whoever we play next, and Georgia was a great opponent to have in terms of being able to tighten up our scheme and what we're trying to do. It's just some little things that we're working on in practice. Can't tell you all of our secrets, but we're working hard to become efficient in our offense and the things that we want to do as we make a deeper run into the tournament. So being able to have those options whenever we need them and being able to be confident in calling those things is kind of important to what we want to do. So, yeah.
Danny?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think we feel it a lot, so it's kind of like we know we're in the groove, but there's just really good eye contact and really good trust between all of us. And we know that regardless of who touches the ball, it's going to be a really good contact, and the next person's going to make it even better. So we're used to, making good runs like that, and so it's really fun to have it in games like that when the team is really testing us. And so, it's a good feeling. Of course. Ooh, girl. No, Sage has been working really hard. We've been really honing in on a lot of the things that are going to really make us better moving forward. I'm not going to tell all the secrets here, but it's really cool that we have so many options and we have so many different things that all of our attackers can do. And so just seeing that show up in games like this, just little things, plays here and there, just knowing that we can trust that moving forward is really, really important. I think Sage does a really good job of, balancing out our offense and getting everyone involved. And so it's really important to be able to do that moving in deeper into this tournament.
My little dumps? We like to practice those during practice, but nope.
Just a dump.
Just a dump.
Danny, go ahead.
You gave Wall Street Journal great quotes about the sun atmosphere and it being like big basketball and stuff, but are you surprised at all the what this has become here in your 5 years here? Just how much people kind of just fall in love with that sport?
No, I mean, that's the reason I wanted to come here is because of the fans and because of the atmosphere that Greg brings every single night. And so it's just an honor to get to come and play in front of that. And so it doesn't surprise me at all. I'm so glad that it's grown the way it has, but I know it's going to continue to grow. There was a moment out there when, like, you couldn't hear anything. Like, the crowd got so loud, and it's like, that's what volleyball is. That's the kind of crowds that want to come out and see volleyball. So it's really cool to be a part of it. I'm really blessed that I get to be a part of it.
I'm going to give you a compliment. You've been a big part of this.
Yes,
You
sir.
started 5 or 6 years ago with this journey with us, and, I had to, fight, and you fought for me and got us in the Statesman and a lot of articles, and I thank you for what you're doing, but now you're starting to see what all this hard work is. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, so thank you.
Any more questions for Danny?
You talked about how the old weapon's kind of frustrated, maybe confused defense. Where it's coming from.
Yeah, that's definitely a really big strength of ours is just the way that every single person can put the ball away. And so when teams try to cheat a certain way, we can always just flip it the other way and someone's going to produce a kill. So that's a really, really big positive, in our gym and just a big part of what our program's about. And so it definitely stresses teams out a lot because they don't know who to focus on. And that's what's going to help us moving on in the tournament for sure.
That you've talked about this before, but is it stressful being the center of a team that has so many weapons and having to dish it out?
It's not. I mean, I would say at the beginning of the season it was a little stressful just because we do have so many weapons. Everyone can do something different with the ball, but ultimately everyone can put it away. But, I mean, the more time that I've gotten to spend being the starting setter, it's so much fun to be able to know that anywhere I put the ball, whoever I'm giving it to, they're going to put their best effort into getting a kill and, like, making the best out of that situation, whether I put them in a good position, bad position out of system, or I'm on the run. I feel like the relationships that we've been able to build have really given me confidence to kind of just let them do what they do. And it's super fun to be able to have so many different people on the court who can put the ball away. I mean, Logan obviously is great. Molly's super terminal now on the right. Our middles are doing great. Logan's doing great out of the back row. Maddie's doing awesome. Like, I mean, at that point, you can't complain as a setter. You have everything you could want right in front of you and a great back row. So they all make my job super easy. I'm just there to give them the ball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she played great. I think it's crazy because we see that every single day during practice, but it's really cool to see her show up in big games like that. She's super, super offensive, and I'm excited to see what she continues to do in the tournament because we know she has it in her, and it's really exciting to see all those kills because they're a monster. So she had a great game tonight, and she's going to continue on in the tournament. She's going to have some big time plays.
Anything else for Logan and Sage? Great, thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go get some rest. Questions for Coach Elliott?
I'm sorry? No, look, I think there's no secret sauce. I think there's execution, and I think you pass the ball and you have options. And you're trying to run an offense where you can expose, whether it's the block or the defense behind it, and trying to take advantage of that, and then trying to create balance within that. If you look at our numbers tonight, we are extremely balanced and made it really difficult for them to kind of key on somebody. And when you have the balance and our players and Sage runs the offense, they did a really good job.
Garrett, I was asking Logan, those runs, is it just a combination of everything working well, or is that defense led, or what kind of deal is those runs?
Well, I think our fans always talk about missed serves and the pressure that serving puts on them. It's like, I always try to say this, but it's like being able to move the offensive line and being able to rush the ball. If you can get teams off the net, their offense slows down, they get a little bit more predictable. With our size block and our defense behind it, it gives us opportunities to transition, and we transitioned extremely well. Our touches were great, but I thought we put a lot of pressure on them from the service area, and I think Logan went on an 8-point run and a 5-point run, so that was from the service themselves, and then our defense did a great job with the touches when it came back to us. No, I don't think we have any secret sauce. I think it's execution and being efficient, and we want to be efficient in the kill percentage. We want to be able to manage our game with our errors. We want to be around 10%, and we were under that tonight, so it's really good. And so this game is really hard because you can beat yourself with the errors and how you manage the game. And so if you can control that and control the ball and stay steady with, kill percentage and not having errors, like you can see that it puts a lot of pressure on them. We sat out at 80%. That's extremely high. We play extremely good defense tonight and hold them on that, and then we put pressure on the service line. And then, if we're controlling the first ball, it makes it challenging.
You notice that, especially in the first set, we did like 6 attack errors, 4 service errors.
Yeah, I think, I say this, but when you have an offense, so you want to get to 100%. So if we're starting at 80, it means we got to score basically 20% if the game goes right, 25-23. So it's challenging. So, when we're siding out at that number, teams have to take a big risk from the service line to get us off the net. So, you saw in Game 3, they had a little bit more service errors and were trying to get us off the net. But that's a tribute to what our passes were doing in our offense to make that happen.
After being on tape, find some things to work on, but overall, are you happy with where your team is?
Well, I think the joy that I saw in their eyes and coming to practice and their energy that makes me really happy. How locked in they have been for these 2 matches. We didn't have any real letdowns at all. Game 2 yesterday, maybe for 3 or 4 points, but for the most part, we've been locked in and dialed into what we're doing. So it shows me that there's an enthusiasm to go get this, and that they're determined to try to win one game at a time.
Got time for a couple last ones for Coach?
What do you know about Marquette?
Well coached. They're super fast. They've got a lot of good arms, and they can hurt you in many different ways. They're a really good team, and so they're going to serve and pass really well, and they're going to be a handful. And so I think what our fans did tonight was awesome, and the more they can stand up and get behind us, and there's just an immense amount of pressure. Don't underestimate what that means from our, because most people don't get to see that.
It seemed like the tournament's kind of going on pretty much. Don't see a whole lot of upsets.
No, there's a lot of upsets going on right now. Creighton lost. Kansas, all of our Big 12 won their first round games, which says a lot about our conference. But there's some significant upsets happening. There's so much parity now in this game. You can see the level of play, the number of athletes that are coming. It's the fastest growing sport in the country right now, and you can see by the attendance record that this is the sport that people are starting to get behind. But that's because there's so many fun athletes, and the game is getting entertaining. And you brought people to this game tonight, and they were blown away. I had 2 people come up to me like, "This is the first time I've been. This is the greatest thing I've seen." So we've been preaching it, and you've been preaching it, but now they're starting to see it and get behind it. So it's exciting.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate
Thank you so
your
much.
time.